the 2019 elections that are taking place tomorrow. The IEC believes it has played a meaningful role in educating people about the importance of voting, but it says that more can still be done. SABC reporter Natasha Phiri takes us through the do's and don'ts of voting.
The official countdown to the May 8 elections has begun, and the IEC has its work cut out for them. Voter registration rates decreased from 80.5% in the 2014 national elections to 74.5% for this year's ballot. Special votes are taking place on the 6th and the 7th of May. The rest of the electorate will cast their votes on Wednesday. Voting centres will be open from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m.
As you know, are over 22,700 voting stations in different parts of the country. Some of these are temporary stations. Fortunately, these are less than we had before, just over 1,000. And some of them, even fewer, are going to be mobile stations because, as you again know, in places like the Northern Cape, it's really important to get as close to people as possible. So we've got all these voting stations, and people sometimes are unsure about where they need to go. And so we're asking people that they should feel completely free to phone our call centre, and immediately on phoning the call centre, and I'm going to read out the number, it's 0800 11 8000. Let them phone the call centre, and then they just give their ID, and they will be told, in terms of the address that they registered, where is the nearest voting station and where is the station that they registered at.
Each voting station has 8 IEC officials and 1 presiding officer. An IEC official will then check your identity documents and check if you're registered at the right voting station. So, let's go vote.
Those who have lost their identity documents and still want to vote are urged to go to their nearest Home Affairs office, where they will be assisted.
In instances, Natasha, of lost IDs, Home Affairs will be operational on the days of special votes, the 6th and the 7th. They will also be operational on election day from 7 in the morning until 2100 hours in the evening to enable a person who has lost their ID to go get issued with a temporary ID document.
The Commission, however, believes that more could have been done to encourage people to register to vote, especially the youth.
Yes, we are satisfied, but it is never enough. It's limited in its reach, it's limited in the resources available, and hence we lean a lot on media communication and in particular radio. But for younger people, social media has become the good platform to reach them. But we spend considerable time on radio because it does have a good reach for us. But we have to talk to almost 50 million South Africans.
And of course, we continue with that election coverage, as you can see there. And so many angles that we are trying to cover for you, making sure that you know as much as you possibly need to. Voter education, particularly important because sometimes people don't understand. For example, this general election, many people asking about whether they can cast both votes if they are not in the area where they specifically registered. Well, it is provincial and national elections. So for as long as you are in the province, you are able to cast both ballots. But if you are out of the province in which you are registered, you can then, of course, only cast the one for the national election. So some voter education, I'm sure a little bit more will be done throughout the day to make sure that you are ready and know what to do come tomorrow. Right now, time for the latest news.